Alright, let's do this. It's still pretty fresh in my head what we were doing last time, so it shouldn't be too bad. Alrighty. Let's see here. Make sure that's set up proper. Get that out of the way there. There we go. I wonder if I can pin that on top. No, I can't. Blast. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Alrighty. Check our alerts real quick. The Sturdy is rocking out masterpieces. The Rock has kicked out one as well. Awesome. So we are getting some decent quality stone stuff out of the way. We are hauling stone out to our trash, and we're going to try to get our waterworks up and running. Let's see here. What do we got? Bridge is done. I need to get some grates. Our grates coming up here. Good. We got 3 out of the way. That's what we needed. Grate. I want wall grates. There we are. 1, 2, and 3. A little double filter there. Thank you. No, can't do that. Gotta get the grates installed first. Alright, 2, 3. Our rock solution is almost finalized. I'm going to deconstruct that and get that out of the way. Nice. Hey, Threy. Good to see you. How's that roof doing? Alright, that's done. I don't want bins in there. Get those bins out. Bin obsessed people. So lonely. Oh, I'm terribly sorry there's not more people, man. It's hard to have a consistent streaming audience when your timetable's all goofy. I really wish I could be a little bit more consistent with that, but real life gets in the way. Today was a heavy work day as it was. I'm the only person that was working in my department, which used to be 4, then there's 2, and now it was just me today. So if I seem a bit frazzled, that's just leftover from work. So it was, needless to say, one hell of a day. But I can't complain. I get to work from home, so it's not like I'm stuck in traffic for an hour and a half each day. Alrighty. Let's see here. Okay, our grates are installed. I should be able to pull this lever. Pull lever. And that should seal up the bridge. Good. Our door has been installed. We can lock that up as well. Perfect. Now it's I'd say you get a couple more regulars in around at the 5 o'clock mark. Iron chains, no movement. 1 iron bolt, that's it. We actually got some soap done. I'm oddly surprised by that. And no luck yet with the grates. Okay, bridge is up. That should seal that for water. We're good there for now. Just waiting on all that. Let's get some doors in our prison here. Door. Put another door there just to be safe. In fact, I think I'm going to do my well trick. So we're going to put a well here, 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 and here. it's going to be... We need to cut a line here. And we need to cut a line here. And we'll pitch that over, up and over there. Hello, Nuka Cat. Good to have you. You haven't missed a terribly large amount. I'm just going to put some wells in my prison cells. I don't know, I guess you can role play them out as being a stand-in for toilets or just a way for them to drink. Build tables. I'll put tables here, but I don't need them decorated. Well, yeah, we really should have them decorated. Yeah, no, screw it. No decorated tables. Actually, no, let's not put them there. I want to put my food stockpiles there. Q, X, X. Let's do, let's see here. I'm going to lay that out. We basically need a bed, a chain in the middle, a place to eat, and drink. Our ash job is complete, so our soap should be taken care of in the hospital. We're going to head up here, Shift H. Let's see here. We have our thread installed, cloth is installed. We need splints, crutches. We have more than enough powder for casts already in there. We have buckets and we're fully stocked on soap. So if we get injured, provided I can get the furniture installed, we'll be in a good shape. DVD dump. Let's make sure we get these in here as well. Alright, we're almost done. Yep. You also need to make sure they are too deep. Again, you don't want shallow wells. So we'll get one more sequence in like that. There. And again, we're just biding our time, hoping that we get our stuff out of the way before enemies show up, which hopefully start showing up, because otherwise this is going to be extremely dull. But we've known they've already sacked 3 of our cities, so our dwarves are not obviously doing very hot in the defensive department. How old is the fort? What's the military look like? I have 2 squads. One squad called an intercept team, which is our melee guys. Those are full-time soldiers. They've been training now for probably about a year. We have a drafted group, which is just assigned archery duty, which are patrolling are above ledge, and they're getting what practice they can in as they can. Outside of that, our military is in shambles, looks horrible. They've got helmets made out of shells, not much else. And we're about, let's see here, the fortress is about 2 years old. And we still need to get a roof done. So, but we're kind of log jammed with our cistern right now. We're trying to haul out all the rock. Hello. Alrighty. Alright, checking on our food. Our booze is still rising. This is a good sign. We have plenty of meals. We're holding at 82. I'm wagering we're going to get maybe one more migrant wave. Maybe one more. We're out of bags again. Mother. Ooh, I got a tailor. I can make some cloth bags. My cloth has been packed in there. JMQ cloth bag. Let's see if we can get 10 squeezed out. I know I have one tailor at least. Oh, protein shake back. Oh. It's terrible. Awful. I don't care if it's chocolate flavored. It's still terrible. Ooh. Good. They've installed the quern. We can put that to work. We're just going to go pee and repeat. Just have them mill up whatever they can find. See how that goes. It's odd, we should have 2 artifacts in that pile. We only have 1 right now. Ah, alright. Well, here's our migrant wave. Okie dokie. Where are they coming from? Migrants? Well, there's only one way into the fortress, so you guys have got to be coming from somewhere. There they are. Oofta. That's... what do we got? 3, 4, 5. An infant in hand. It's probably the infant automatically growing up. Ooh, we've got some puppies. Good. Working towards our pup-splosion, cat-splosion point. That is a lot of migrants, and I do not have anywhere close to enough bedrooms. But we're also strapped for wood hauling and just a logistical mess, so we'll let them get settled. Holy, they're still coming. Wow. I'm guessing possibly refugees from the 3 cities that got sacked earlier. That could explain the large quantity, but with this many coming in, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a vampire in this mix at some point. There's just too many people hauling ass, so... Sweet mother. Yeah, he's got to be all refugees or something. So, for those that missed it, was it last episode, the episode before that, we got a notification from our merchant and our trade representative that 3 of our capital's mountain home cities were sacked by a particular group. So, this could... Wow, they are still coming. I think this is going to definitely push us over the 100 mark, which means it's Titan time. Still coming. Gonna hop over to Dwarf Therapist real quick. Group by migration wave. 3 dwarves just to get this new group in. So far we're at 23. And they're still coming. Oh god! Right in the middle of a migration wave too. Yeah. Let's see here. Ah, joy. Yeah. This is going to be pretty bloody and grisly, I have a feeling. Unbelievable. Alrighty. Giant humanoid monster with the head of a bull. Okay, well, we built that crypt for a reason. Intercept team. Kill. List. I. Enter. Alrighty. Units. Other. Uninvited guest. Z. Zoom to unit. And F for follow. Unpause. So there's the Minotaur. And he's beelining it towards our fortress entrance, it looks like. And let's see here if I can find my, what is it, bracket to zoom in? No. Shift bracket to zoom in. No. Dang it, I forgot. It's not mouse wheel. Oh yeah, it is mouse wheel. There we go. Let's get a good little view of him. There he is. If we're lucky, he hits the traps before he hits the migrants. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, there goes the kid. Oh! Ah, somebody's shooting an arrow at him. You guys picked the wrong time to migrate. And he's down. There we go. Problem is, how many did we lose? Let's see here. We got the Minotaur. It looks like he got... Luckily he also got, it looks like, just the child, the tanner, and horribly wounded some other guy here. Let's take a look at our combat log and see what we got. The Fisher Dwarf. Fisher Dwarf looks surprised. Collides with the Fisher Dwarf. Help, save me. Vomits, wretches. Blah, blah, blah. Vomits, wretches. Death is all around us, the horror. Well, now that we've got that resolved, and none of our actual troops made it. Basically, the guy with the pickaxe ended up killing him, and one of our hunters just walking by randomly. Could have been one of the migrants for all we know. Oh joy. So, no fun training there, but the Minotaur should provide us with plenty of meat. Oh yes, we have Eat Sapient turned on. Minotaur burgers for everybody. Well, that's not much of a stretch when you think about it. So, I'm going to hop over to Dwarven Therapist and make sure we have some form, measure, or indicator of somebody that can actually do medical work. This guy needs a nickname. We're going to call him... let's see, you're a stonecrafter. Let's see here. It's a good hardened. There. We can always change it later. Okay, now I need 3 dwarves. Total count after the Minotaur casualties is 23. So we have 23 migrants. Holy crap. Alright, just for now, clear all laborers, customize, base citizen, customize, commoners. We'll get you guys sorted out later. Okay, I need profession. Do I have any shaman type people? I have 1 guy. Wow, that's not good. I've also only got 1 guy that's apparently injured, so that's a plus, but yeah, that's pretty rough. Alright, let's find somebody reasonably useless. This guy, gal, other. Okay, other, you are now a full-time clear all laborers nurse. Where is nurse? There's nurse. Okay, good. So, between the medical doctor doing his thing, that's a little too far out. I can't even read that. There we go, that looks good. Well, let's see if our hospital actually gets some use. And just for giggles, I'm going to make sure I throw in the butcher shop. 2 butcher animals, just in case we have any dead corpses that we need to process, shall we say. I'm really hoping somebody comes up and rescues this guy, because he looks really bad shape. Oh, it's one of my miners. Miner strikes Minotaur on the copper pick, fracturing the skull. Yeah. That is pretty awesome. Amos Thelisthem. I think this guy might be getting the crypt we set up. Let's see here, Amos Thal. Let's see if we can find you real quick in Dwarven Therapist. You're a miner. Amos Thal, there you are. Set nickname, The Brave. There we are. Well, all we can do is cross our fingers. Oh, we've got the coffin situation all under control. Plenty of coffins. I was thinking ahead. And more importantly, I know how I play this game, and it's somewhere between bad and awful, so crypts are always required. Oh, the child has been found dead, which is fine. Somebody can bury it finally. And speaking of which, we have another project that I can finally start that I've been putting off. Dig. Remember why we put this so close to the wall here was so we could smooth this out and use it as another point for patrols. So we'll put a patrol room over here. It's far enough out of the way. J. right here. We'll just add that to the patrol later on. There. Let's get this smoothed already, and fortification-wise. And let's go to H. The disadvantage when you put things right on the ground like this is that, depending on the creature, they might try to rush in through the fortifications. So we're just going to put a little dry moat there to make sure that they don't get any ideas of pathing through there. Alrighty. Still nobody doing anything with the Minotaur, huh? Come on. You know you want to butcher that Minotaur. Gives me another idea. 3 spots there. I could go. Where are these 3 here? This is a 3 tunnel right here. Gives me a bit of an idea. Let's see. They'll get feared by 20. 1, 2, 3, 20. I'm thinking some catapults. Way in the back there. And to reroute this just a hair, because we don't want it to be observable there, we're going to go like this. Dig. That little bend in the hallway is just to make sure if a peasant's coming up to go and arm our catapults that will build down here to shoot out and try to provide cover for our entrance, they can't see the enemy so they won't freak out. Thank you, Nuka Cat, but that makes me seriously question if you need to get out more. I don't think I'm that entertaining by any measure, so I do appreciate that, but I'm pretty sure there's got to be people out there that are better than it than I. At least they have better production value. You're looking at my free time, so I do wish I had more, but that's the way things are as you get older. Okay, let's drop that down just one more. And that'll keep them off of that eventually when it gets smoothed out, so. Oh, come on, people. Don't let that Minotaur meat go to waste. Let's make sure we collect bodies. Dwarves gather bodies. OKOR. Oh, that's why. Yeah, no, they get out. They gather refuse from outside. Good. So yeah, it's just a matter of somebody walking up and grabbing the Minotaur and cooking the little bastard up. Which it hopefully would be sooner than later, but it also could be because of my refuse stockpile. Let's go PR. Let's just toss another temporary pile right here. And we want some of the stuff that we're saving, but everything else. There. So workshop you. Throw another butcher shop there just in case. Perfect. Got a bloody dress there? What is that? Okay. Wolverine leather left glove, right glove. Well, that's good. Provided it's not all tattered and ruined, their guys will put it to good use. Since we are desperately short on leather. Next trade that comes through, we should be able to grab at least maybe 4 or 5 bins. We have been converting a lot of our stone into trade goods, so... And that is going to be key for us. Cloth and leather. Lots of it. There we are. Okay, we're getting up here. We'll be able to get our smoothing job finally done. And I'm going to need a wall. I don't want that stuff to travel indefinitely. Let's see, wall. Let's see here, we're going to go like this. Let's go shrink that down by 1. I'll use some microline, why not? There. Just as a safety precaution. I would probably wager either hippies, hipsters, beatniks, or possibly hypocritical college students. Not certain, but they did kick the ass at 3 dwarven cities, so it didn't really say. I did not do a Legends export prior to playing this one. I was in a bit of a hurry, so I haven't followed school. We're going to find out when they show up, but if I remember right, there is a menu. I can actually, where is that here? Civilizations, I think. Yeah, where is it here? Yeah, C. The brown diamond dwarves. No, I can't get it that way either. Shoot. Well, we'll have to probably get a few statues made and see if we get lucky and find some lore on that. Once we get the bulk of this dug out and we get our cistern up and running, I'm going to reset everybody's labors and repool everyone to see if we can improve our efficiency, is really what we're after. We've got enough people where we can mandatory to put everybody that's male in the army. So we'll have to double up. We'll probably want to shoot for like 10 farmers, 10 brewers, and 10 cooks. Just because if everybody is in the military, we're going to assume that at least 3 out of the 10 are off doing military stuff. So we want to make sure we have a healthy reserve of civilians. We could make all 10 of those, those 30 dwarves that are critical all female. That'd be another option as well. We could do that. It just depends. Our fishing guys collecting more fish. Whoa! The hell's up with that dog? That sucker just flew across the screen. There he is. What is up with you, you little spaz? Stray dog, huh? What's that? Is it Alt-N for name? No, Shift-N for name? Control-N for name? What was the shortcut for naming a pet? I forgot. Control-Shift-N? Yes, there it is. Yeah, we're going to call you Turbo. Wow. Holy cow, he just zipped across the screen. I hope the video catches that. Yeah, it could be hippies. Definitely could be a bunch of cannibalistic hippies. Let's see if we can start our egg-a-gettin'. Ooh, that's tough to say. Egg-a-gettin'. There we are. No, we're actually not in an absurd amount of eggs yet. Why is that? We should be... well, you're all trapped in there. Except one of you got out somehow. Don't know how that happened, but you're not getting back in. Alrighty. Did that guy ever make it to the hospital? Yes, he is in the hospital. Let's take a look. Health. Diagnosis required. Let's make sure. Yeah, let's see anybody else. Alright. Let's clear the labors on our shaman guy, who's supposed to be our doctor. Clear all labors except for what goes with your shaman profile. It should be diagnostics, and we're going to give you a nickname since you're our only one. Set nickname, Doc. Why? Would help if I spelled Doc right. How the hell do you mistype that? There we go. Alright, so, nobles. Chief Medical Dwarf. Replace. Let's see if we can find Doc. The Sturdy, the Catman. Nimrod, the Mighty Hunter, who isn't hunting. There he is. You do not have diagnostic. Son of a... The one guy I have doesn't have any decent diagnostic skill, which means Kubuk is our only option. Yipe. Alright, well, time to act like a true noble. You do nothing. Clear all labors except for diagnosis. Done. That is your only job now. Set nickname. We'll officially call you Bones. Alright, Bones. You've got nothing to do except go diagnose whatever the hell's wrong with that guy. We have one dedicated nurse that should be able to get water and buckets and all that kind of crap stuff too, so... Yep. Figure I was going to need that hospital. I have no traction benches, so if he needs a cast or something, I'm kind of SOL until these chain orders start clearing out. Which isn't going to clear out until the iron bolts clear out. Which isn't going to clear out until I get my charcoal flowing again. Which is just a mess. And again, a good portion of this is while I'm clearing out all this rock down here. DVD dump. Make sure I don't have any boulders in here. Gotta say though, the rock clearing is moving pretty damn quick. Especially now that we have 23 more guys hauling. The hardness just pounding out masterpieces. So we got plenty of masterwork furniture getting... Yeah, catsplosion. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're just waiting for all those birds to mature. Once the birds mature, then we're good. I mean, what? No, twins. I got it free. The wife won tickets to VIP, kind of a... You get tickets to the game, there's this VIP section, there's like a restaurant in the back, a buffet, and we got that, you got a free hat out of it, and I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm okay with that. So yeah, no, it's I went to a wild game 4 years ago with the wife and fell asleep. So I don't know, I'm just not a pro sports kind of a guy. I'd rather play something than watch it. Just kind of the way I am. But I find hockey just... It's like soccer, aka football. It's a defensive sport, and you really got to be able to appreciate the defense aspect of it, and I just... It's not going to happen. Just isn't. No, it's... here, hold on, let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, it's... there you go. You guys can see that there. Just the target field thing, whatever they call it now. But, yep. All rock faster. I think our drain is all clear too, isn't it? No. Is it? Well, I know. Our drain's over here. Yep, we need a grate. Build floor grate. Yeah, we'll use the microline just to get it off the list. There we are. Ah! There we go. Alrighty. Waiting for the floor grate to get installed, and now that that's there, we won't have the ability for a monster to deconstruct that grate from below. They have to be on the same Z level to deconstruct an object. So if there's something flying down in the cave, unless it's made out of mist, it's not going to get up through our sewers. And just for an added level of security, once the grate's in, we're going to build a fortification in front of that just to deter the pathing all the more. The moment like a molten mist monster from the bowels of hell shows up, we're boned. Unless, of course, it's vulnerable enough to water where it instantly kills itself trying to swim through it, but that usually has not been the case. They usually flash boil all the water. Yes, we know that you need plants and barrels and stuff. We're gonna get there. Damn bitchy dwarves. Alrighty, they're getting their smoothing done. All the better. Is that gold? Gold? Nope. Oh, those are jewels. Never mind. Let's go and dig. Let's just grab those while we're here. We're gonna need plenty for decorating furniture, so we got a decent amount of these blue deals. What are these? Oh, our lefties. Alright. I gotta clear out a few more of these armor stands and weapon stands temporarily. So, build armor stand. Let's come up here and we'll kind of decorate this out. Armor stand. Armor stand. And then racks. We'll do rack, 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 and a rack there. That'll have to do. That'll get them out of our decorating pit. We're going to need that room for the traction benches and tables, which we need to queue up now. We're going to need at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's just do 14. Queue, rock, table, 14. Then we're going to need another work order. Rock, table, 14 for the traction benches. So we'll have our standard tables, and then we'll have our tables we can recycle into a traction bench. Provided they get off their duffs and actually get some metal working done. Which hopefully should improve here. You know what else I should really get in here? Right off the bat to make my life easier. Cancel. Add. Furniture. Iron. No, I want other. Iron anvil. I'm just going to force that into the queue there. I might as well build another forge. This is true. Well, holy crap, they got it cleared out. 2 little rocks left. Alright, that's in. Build, C, fortification. And let's build it out of... Cobalt block. There we go. Hopefully by the time that gets done, we'll get those last two out. DDD, dump, good, you're set. Just waiting on you guys. Alrighty. Which means I can get... four little pieces left. Come on. Take each. Up. Come by beehive. Okay, a little buffer wall's in the way. That's good. Shouldn't you be smooth here in the middle? Pressure resets are all in place. We got just two itty bitty pieces of metal. We're waiting on getting dumped. Two tiny pieces. And then the great flood begins. Now, as far as draining goes, I technically could leave this wide open because the rate of flow is going to be greater. But just to make sure, Bill G, let's just make sure we can disable the drain. If anything, that will serve as as recommended, our way to seal out a mist monster. At the very least, we'll use Cobalt again. There we go. Means I'm also going to need a lever somewhere for it. I'll put the lever right there. Ooh, our stone, our master stone crafters are starting to churn out our pot requests. Wrong kind of pot. Alrighty, let's smooth this out here real quick. Just so that looks halfway decent. We are not savages, we're dwarves. There's a difference. Not much, but there's a difference. Beds are more trickling in, this is good. Hopefully we get some tables coming out here soon. And we can finish off our hospital. Ah, look at that stockpile of iron arrows. So pretty. So pretty. Nothing like watching an arsenal of death emerge. How is our metal stockpiles looking? Bars. There they are. 202. We're holding okay on iron. We have plenty of silver. We have a little bit of copper and zinc and some other miscellaneous crap, but the silver is what I'm more interested in. Why? Because that's what our tables, I think, are going to be made out of. Either tables or chairs. I like to usually have one gold and one silver. But we are somewhat strapped for labor at the moment, so I might just make them all out of one metal. And I haven't found any gold. A little bit here and there, but for the most part, nothing. And I know there's gold somewhere in here. The question is where... Ooh, what's this? Is this platinum or more silver? Yeah, more silver. Damn. Well, I think it's about time we started seeing if we can find our way down to our next cavern level. That'll get us another wider selection of mosses and plants and mushrooms growing too, so there's a bonus to that as well. Some of the plants only grow on certain cavern levels, and once you breach that particular cavern level, then you'll start getting those plants growing as well. So, yeah, stone workers. Yeah, right. We'll go with that. What is this material here? What is this? This is self-right. I don't care about that. That's it. Ooh, what are you? You know your gems. You know the damn yellow gems, aren't you? Yeah, opal clusters, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Plenty of pots. Who grew up? Dwarven child. Good. One more that can feed themselves. Alrighty. Is our underground cleared out yet? No. Why? Because you actually can't get up there. That's why. That's right. You cannot even reach that. So we don't have to worry about those. DB dump. We can remove the dump off of this because they can't physically get to those. And we're just going to hide them. And forbid them. There. Alright. We can open this. Step 1. Pause. Step 2. Triple check to make sure nobody's down there. 3. Remember that you put a bridge in and you really need to get that lever linked up first. LTL lever. See, never trust yourself. Yep. Got to get the bridge in there. Get that lever in. And I still need my grates. Build 4 grates. I don't want anybody fishing and falling in because they get bumped. There we go. Hot dog. We have... Alright, what type are those? Those are lapis, right? Add new task, EFR. Again, we just encrust once with one material at a time, and that way we don't double up, because if they'll use whatever furniture's in the workshop. So if you queue up 6 different gems, you'll have one piece of furniture that's been encrusted with 6 different gems, which sounds awesome and cool, and that's great for later on, but right now for just the hospital, we just want one pass of decorating. It'd be really, really awesome if we could specify stockpiles to sort by the number of decorations. Alrighty, speaking of which, I might as well define this now. And we're going to call water and fishing, although there's no source yet. There will be soon enough. How are we doing on booze? We're down 10. Plenty of seeds, though. Plenty of seeds. Our farmers should be super busy. I wonder if we could set up a small stockpile with no bins. Allow eggs, but only have the stockpile, let's say 2x5, so 10 total squares. That would pull 10 eggs out. Then assign those eggs to one cooking workshop that we could then toggle on easy meal, and that way we could only use batches of 10 eggs at a time. Because we can queue up a run of 10 easy meal. And because it's assigned to that one workshop, they'll just use eggs. That might be another way we could throttle our egg use later. Oh, they're popping out kids again like crazy. Brother. Alright, how are we doing on gates? Grades, I should say. 2 more. I actually need 6. So jam, cube, rock, great. 4 more. Yeah, another charcoal job complete. I think we got 2 stuffed in there, don't we? Yeah. So hopefully that'll keep our bolt maker busy. Our decorator is doing his thing. Better. I can reclaim all this rock, PVC. And then assign you for nothing but blocks. We want to make sure we stuff this queue so the manager doesn't put anything in it either. So they're just going to hammer out blocks left and right using the rock right next to it. Nope, we just need 6. There's 6 left. Okay, look, it's 3 high, 1, 2, 3, and that's 2 wide, so that should be 6 right there. We already have 2, so I just need to make 4 more. Alrighty, this can get smoothed into a fortification now, which is a DA? Okay, car fortification. And because it's from smooth stone, they shouldn't be able to climb on it either. Just in case they make that 3 wide jump. Alright, build, workshop, siege. Yeah, let's make you out of microline blocks. There we are. A few more gems. Why not? What we just finished. Armor stands. Finally done. Yay. Make sure this is intact, right? Yep, takes from the jeweler's workshop. Settings should take furniture of any and all types. But only take from links, right? Will only take from links. Yep. So either they're going to grab it right out of that workshop and use it right away, which looks like that's going to be the case. And then it'll go straight into the hospital. Again, the only thing we're ever worrying, if we build up a stockpile of furniture in this stockpile, we can feed it into this workshop and use bones as an additional decoration. So throw some gems on it and throw some bones on it and call it a day. And because we force furniture and goods to go from here out to here, hopefully we don't sit there and decorate something 50 times with 50 different types of bone, which last I checked, I don't think it uses multiple bones. So once it's decorated with bones once, we're done. Otherwise that'd get like awkward with it decorated with cow bone and then orc bone and elf bone, and actually that'd be kind of cool. Kind of nice to have it like an obelisk with made out of body parts. It'd be like what was that? Hellraiser 2. That little column that came out of the bed. Or was that Hellraiser 3? Hellraiser 3, I think. Hellraiser 2 was at the mental hospital, that's right. We have an eternity. Dude creeps me out. Doug Bradley. Good casting on that. I'd love to see a reboot of that, but I don't... The book had a very feminine, wispy voice, which could be just as creepy with the right casting, but, you know, I don't know. It'd be tough. I always thought Event Horizon was kind of an unofficial sequel to the Hellraiser series. Alright, another alert. What happened? Alert. Nope. Oh, that's my caps lock. There. Okay, our first 14 rock tables got instantly spewed out. I love having legendary crafters. Now if I could just get a legendary metalsmith or something to get these arrows, you know, moving. We're getting there. We're making decent progress, but speaking of which, I should probably get another bone bolts. Just to use up some of those bones. I don't want them stockpiling too bad. And we need practice ammo. So it appears to be working that the split ammo isn't screwed everything up. So, alrighty, we're still waiting on chairs too. I need a few more extra chairs. JMQ, silver throne. Yeah, let's just say 10 to start out with. That guy's still sitting in the medical? Please tell me we've gotten to diagnosing him. Yes, we did. What is wrong with you? T and I, traction requested and immobilized. We do not have any traction benches. OF, overlapping fracture. That Minotaur really did the number on him. What's G? Grasp impaired. X, broken tissue. Yeah, well, let's see if we can get you patched up, buddy. It's just a matter of making our way through all of these iron bolts and stuff. We're almost done. We only got 4 jobs left. We start getting some chains moving. We do have some serrated glass built. Ooh. Let's see if I can get another round of... We'll get this melting back here and again later. It looks like workflow is on, so it's not letting jobs clear out when they get canceled, which is a problem. Alrighty. But we do have some serrated green glass discs. We need 10. So we can get those. If we can get those on the staircase, we're going to be very happy. That'll be a nice bonus moment. Alrighty. Floor grates. Let's see, we need a few more installed here. Just one? Really? Yeah. Link bridge. Link to bridge. Add bridge. There we go. Ooh. I do not like that protein shake. Wife's got me on a health kick. I gotta take 2 of these protein shakes. If anybody ever remembers the old weight gainer stuff, it's basically that whey protein stuff. It's just low carb stuff. It's got one hell of an aftertaste. An aftertaste that coffee can't even get rid of. Alright, I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna top off my coffee, but my coffee pot's upstairs today. I'll be right back. Alright. Well, nothing's on fire. That's a good thing. I wouldn't be surprised. The dwarves, I swear, they interface with my webcam and they're like, quick, the player's not here. Let's do something terrible that he won't notice. Puncture some lava flow somewhere that's slowly creeping through the fortress. Damn it. I got birds leaking out. Alright, what are we doing? Process plants, process plants. Ooh, one more serrated green glass disc. Give me the disc. Give it to me. Make sure our mayor is still our mayor. No. We got a new man, another new mayor? Really? Alrighty, hold on here. Y, customize, nickname, the honorable. Honorable? Yeah. I won't go with the British spelling today. I need to throw around casual U's. Alrighty, so we need another noble living quarters. We'll do it right here. Alrighty, X. There. 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 And there. Okay, those guys can get to work. Is our lever almost done? Yes. And pull the lever. Don't. No. Yes. Oh, that's the traction bench. I like that one. There we go. Add. Pull lever. There we go. That should flip the bridge. There we go. Perfect. We can floor up our water source there. Build C floor. Make sure nobody falls in. We'll build that out of claystone blocks. Sure, why not? Once that's, I could just see it now. Somebody will be training, they dodge, roll into that hole, and get sucked down into the waterworks. Nope, once you get elected mayor, as far as I'm concerned, you get a pension. So as they become mayors, they get their living quarters, and that's their pension, so to speak. Once the mayor and his spouse, significant other, well, spouse still works. Once the mayor and their spouse are keeled over dead, then I'll free up the room. But no, I figure they've earned it. They may earn my wrath and be to have an unfortunate accident, but, you know, the people elected them. Sure, why not? I can be nice. Gives them a false sense of security. Alright, so that's undone. Let's open this up. And pull the lever. Make sure we lock this door. And as an added security measure, build C wall. I just wall off that door. Nobody's going through it anyway. Okay, so here comes our giant, massive flood of water. If I did this right, we'll have water, fish, even when we seal up the fortress. If I did this wrong, we are really, really, really fucked. So we'll see. I think I got all my pressure resets and no leaks, so I think we'll be okay. But it hinges on us getting some freaking chains. Chains would be awesome. So from tallow, charcoal. Yeah, we're still waiting on that. But our metal bolts are done. So hopefully we get a metal worker to move on to chains. We need that for traction benches, obviously. Which I think I have queued up, don't I? Traction benches? No, I do not. I should really get those queued up. GMQ, traction benches, I think I need 14. If memory serves me right. Which it probably doesn't. What are you working on? Chains. And we're out of refined coal again. Alright, let the chopping begin. I have 32 idols. Chop. Time to put all of those dwarves to work. Sort by race. Everybody gets wood cutting. You get a wood cutting. You get a wood cutting. Everybody gets a wood cutting. So says Oprah McEarst. Let's see how many idlers are left after this, since everybody can do wood hauling. I think everybody's got wood hauling. Water hauling, wood hauling. Yep, everybody's got wood hauling. Quick, before the elves notice, everybody get all the wood. Oh yeah, if the Sims game were considerably more in-depth than it is, I'd love to play that, but there's really no... It's like the reality TV version of this. It doesn't appeal to me, which is odd because I like this genre a lot. I'm a real big dungeon keeper, black and white, that kind of a hybrid between city building and management sim. I like those. And the Sims, if they just... How to describe it? If there was more management of resources, I suppose would be the easiest way to describe it. Making sure they go out and get the job, and that they have their own simulated impulses of stuff to buy. I don't want to have to go out and buy it. I want to see them go out and buy it. Like a petri dish watching bacteria. It would appeal to me, but it's missing something. Grand Theft Auto 5. I don't want to honestly play the game. I would just love to have one AI guy that I could just follow around like a screensaver and see what kind of madness that the AI comes up with. I like emergent gameplay, but more importantly, I like watching AI and the emergent behaviors that come with it kind of come into play. It never occurs to a developer to build a game that isn't actually played by a person, but to build a game that's played by an AI that someone can build. I always thought that the best way to have a first-person shooter AI is not to code one specifically for a specific game, but actually have an AI that plays first-person shooters. And then, so you could have the same AI play Counter-Strike, play Medal of Honor, Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, Borderlands, and have the AI learn how to play those kind of games. Then you could have an API that would allow universities and students and tinkerers add on to that AI to try to improve it. So then you could have a competition. Could you imagine how cool it would be to see, let's say Berkeley, California versus Michigan's Institute of Technology AI departments go head-to-head by fielding their own FPS AIs against each other in a game of Counter-Strike? I'd watch that all day. But imagine an AI that's designed to play a genre of game rather than a specific game. That would be much more interesting to me. Distant Worlds universe. Yeah. Did we just get another wave of migrants? Yeah, we did. Did they even get announced? Was I not paying attention? Some migrants have arrived. Oh joy. Well, we know the 3 cities that fell, roughly how far away they are, relatively speaking, since I'm guessing these are all of the refugees from those 3 cities that fell. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm going to need some more farms. Well, the hardest thing with AI programming, because I taught PC Land for a while, is object identification. If you program something generic to just look at a screen and try to extrapolate objects out of it, that's the hardest thing. Where does the toaster begin and the counter end? That kind of a problem. You could cheat and provide the AI hooks to do inspection on various objects and then learn to understand how the objects are either, friend, foe, obstacle, avoid, decorative, things of that nature. But yeah, there is a huge disadvantage for designing generic AI in the sense of breaking down and decomposing visual data into selective objects. A good example is, if this was a picture, it really would have no way to effectively identify the coffee mug and then be able to associate a particular set of APIs to coffee mugs. It could probably build one for this specific object, but the difference between this coffee mug and another coffee mug, that's pretty hard for them to train. When does the coffee mug end and a cup begin? That kind of stuff. Yeah, I used to write bot software back in the early days of MMOs, EverQuest, Dark Age of Camelot. I actually wrote one of the first bard bots to juggle musical instruments for those who are DAOC fans, Dark Age of Camelot. That's actually my early career before I settled at where I'm at now, is I was an automations engineer. I basically had a career replacing people with software. So, analyzing people's behavioral patterns and what they do, and then putting that into a script format to automate a particular task that was fun. A lot of people hated me. Boy, I got a lot of death threats out of that job. Didn't do my gray hair any good. Well, what few there are, as far as you know. That is a lot of lumber. And 18 people idling. I still don't like that. I'd like to see a whole lot more hauling and a whole lot less idling. I can get around this. Once they're done sweeping the map, if I really am desperate, I can do a dump command. And that'll put everybody and their cousin on hauling in that wood to the dump site. Part of it is there's a log jam in the quantum stockpile. Here's the disadvantage. As far as the AI is concerned, at any point in time, there's only 9 places for wood. So as far as dispatching hauling jobs, the most it's ever going to throw out at once is 9, because it needs to have a valid destination for the wood. We can get around that. We can make a huge wood stockpile and then have that wood hauled down and then progress that way, but it's iffy. It is iffy. What did we just finish? We finished something. Rock grates are finally done. Let's make sure. Fishing, build, floor grates. We're actually getting some decent water levels in there. Do. And we have double fill speed. So we're filling from the bottom, and we're filling from the layer one up from that. So, not too bad. That'll fill up quick. We can see already our prison. We're at a depth of 4 down there. We need to go up a little bit. We have a pressure reset, so we shouldn't overflow. If we do, we could still probably survive. We'd have enough time to open the drain, stop the incoming water, and then hopefully address that. But one last thing I need to do here, build C floor. We do not need that down staircase anymore. So we're going to put a floor over those stairs. Yeah, it's the last AI competition I saw was a soccer one, and it was a disaster. However, most of the time when I see AI competitions, they're trying to drive a robot, something in the physical world. I think taking an AI tournament and putting it in a purely virtual environment where the API can give a more universal context to the AI engines themselves. This is a cup, this is its metadata, this is what it's for, and then to see how that progresses. When the first bots for Counter-Strike came out, we used to do bot matches, one team of bots versus the other team of bots, and those were reasonably interesting. The problem is that the AIs didn't have a very good kit, a real comprehensive kit of things to do. You know, you could make one that was a camper, but really all that was a timer in the background that says, hey, I'm going to stand in one spot for X amount of time, and here's the hinted waypoints. That's really not an in-depth, that's more macro than an actual AI. But I think a first-person shooter would probably be the most interesting gameplay. You could do Dotas. That's pretty straightforward. But Dotas are for the most part two-dimensional, and I think that's just the ability for the AI to work in all three dimensions. I think is a much more interesting challenge for people who would design AI for a first-person shooter, and provide a lot more research potential in understanding how to navigate terrain. So, because I mean, face it, when we think about AI and we think about pathing, it's all A star for the most part, and that works great on a two-dimensional surface, but it doesn't work very good in three dimensions where you can weight based on terrain, textures, things of that nature. I think you'd get a lot out of it. And the ability to have the same AI learn once you have you're doing a neural network or something like that, having it be able to use multiple different games as a resource for its knowledge base, I think probably. Ooh, stray hen, stray rooster, bird explosion. Finally, woohoo! We have birdage, and a lot of it. Look at the number of nests. How wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I need 40. Q, rock, nest. I'll do 30, Q, rock, nest. Almost time to turn Auto Butcher on. Our leather problems are coming to an end. And I think my grates should finally be... Oh, great. Q, great, rock, maybe 3 more. Don't know what happened to them. Bolts are moving along good. We're still filling up here. Prison's getting full. Ooh, we got animals hanging out. We gotta get those pastured. And more importantly, butchered if possible. There we go. Baby alpaca, donkey. Don't care, boar, reindeer, lamb. There we go. The treeicide is moving along well. I'd like it to move along just a little bit better, though. But I also don't want everybody tied up chopping wood. Alright, how are we doing on serrated glass discs? Almost done. Awesome. So, build, trap, weapon trap. Right in front of the staircase, we want... We'll use that mechanism. Let's see here. Only 7. I've built more than that. They must be pending hauling. Let's wait on that. I want to make sure we get all 10 in there. I don't want anything surviving. Okay, well that's all cleared out finally. We can remove that mason work job. Our pit is finally done. Woohoo! How are we doing on our happiness meter down here? We got 4 guys at average. Everybody seems pretty decently happy. I know our mayor isn't all thrilled. Yes, we will get you an office. We're still waiting on chairs. And tables, for that matter. What are you doing? I really do not want that workflow enabled, but... Whoa, hello. We are almost completely out of drink. Yeet. Okay, emergency booze session. Race, profession. Holy crap. Clear, all labors. Customize, brewer. Eep! Not good, not good, not good. 3 drink. Ah, crap. Wasn't paying attention on that. Alright, farmers. Clear all labors. You're gonna do nothing but farm. Oh, not good. Q. Brew like you've never brewed before. Not good. Almost time to throw in a workflow here. Alright, did we get any traction benches at all? Yes, there is 1 traction bench out there somewhere. There it is. I need to get that traction bench decorated. Alright, let's see here. We got red to, okay, RQ. Holy tables. Add new task. EFR. If I can remember right, it's Alt A. Input item. Please select an item type for item 1. No, I want item. Traction bench. No, that's the wrong one. I want item 2. Traction bench. Escape. Escape. Okay. First, we're going to try to get rescue and save our dude who's still trapped in the hospital, who needs traction desperately. 2, we're going to desperately try to save our brewing problem here, which hopefully is going to be taken care of here real quick, or we're really screwed. They'll drink water for a while, but they are going to get pissed. Alrighty, let's see here. Oh, yep, our traction bench is getting decorated. Yes! So we have a good chance of saving whatever the hell his name is. Speaking of which, JMQ, we need crutches. Crutch. And we need splints. And the carpenters get on that as well. Alright, booze problem though. Booze problem, booze problem. Well, watch pot never boils. Let's see if we can get our mill trap, weapon trap. Let's see here, large. Could have sworn we had 7 earlier. Now we're down to 6. It must be in a bin somebody's moving around. That is aggravating to say the least. I hate it when they do that. Another reason not to use bins if you got space. I got plenty of them. I got a quantum stockpile here for leather. I got it for cloth. Got it for bars. Smeltable metal. In fact, we can just hit H. We got quantum stockpiles for wood, exported goods, bars, smelting, leather, and stone blocks. Problem is with quantum stockpiling, for instance, if you're doing 3x3s, is you're only limited to 9 work orders. But on the other hand, that throttles a lot of your labor too. So give and take. Alright, we're almost to the point where this is fishable. Still waiting for that to get up there. 30 booze. Nobody's drank anything yet. That is freaking me out. Dwarven child? Oh, brother. Well, at least I don't have to worry about him slaughtering the entire fortress if he goes batshit insane. He might take out 1 or 2 people, but... I don't know, I'm checking. Yep, they're suspended again. Extract from plants. Alright, I'm going to stuff them in this way. G, Q, brew. Plants 30, Q, brew, plants 30. If I am short on plants, that is going to be a huge, nasty problem. Let's clear out some more farm space. See how much we can score out of that. We have people that have to gather plants, so we're okay there. Let's make sure that's turned on for everything. Gather, gather, gather. Nothing really to gather there, so... Yep. We are log jammed on our available brewable plants. Which is odd because we don't have any of them marked as cooking. I'm guessing what happened is that we had that big surge of migrants and they ate all of it instead of the prepared food. Why they would do that, I don't know. But we'll see what we can get here. They'll have to settle for booze. Or they have to settle for water, I suppose. We'll do as best we can. The chopping is still continuing. I think that's enough wood. DX. We will can all of our chop orders now. Should be more than enough wood. There. We can finish hauling that in. We got guys training on archery. That's always good to see. But we have a serious problem. And the kid's off to get something. Z. Kitchen. Number. No alfalfa. Pigtails a little bit. Plump helmets. Purple yams. Quarry bush leaves. Why do we have some quarry bush leaves? We have more than enough plump helmet seeds. We're just gonna have to start really getting some plump helmet wine going. Alright, miners. Where did my miners go? Clear all labors. Just mining. And let's check and see if we can get some more farm space down here. Alright. Give them a minute or two. Oddly though, we're still holding at 3 drink. Seems very odd that we would be stuck at that number. Oh, good grief, there's blood all over the hospital. But we do have a traction bench finally. Okay, first miner's coming up. Let's make sure I kill all those corn jobs just in case if those aren't already done. Alright, we're good. Our dog explosion is still brewing. We need to get more of those. Alrighty. What is that? Oh, that's being carried by someone, that's why. Alright. Drink 13. Moving up. Tree Chopper 3, the chopping. Yeah, we'll be getting into some workflow stuff here in a little bit. Once I get everybody revamped here. I have a lot to redo here. There's just so damn many of them. Still short of floor grade. Okay, looks like I can squeeze out a little bit of a farm, extra farm over here. It's not too bad looking. But for whatever reason, why are you not planting in that? That's the odd thing. A, B, C. Yeah, you're set. No fertilizer, no fallow. Should be A-okay. Do not know. Oh wait, that's right, I built this one up here and I haven't done anything with that yet. No, you're all set for... let's do this. Plump helmets. C, plump helmets, D, plump helmets. Alright, so you're rear round plump helmets. Our farmers are full-time. They got no other tasks except farming, so hopefully they'll get caught up there. 15 booze. Making progress. Oof, that's a close one. We've got plenty of excess pots lying around. AP, let's go 3 wide. Actually, let's go a little bigger just for a change. Sure. I think we got enough farmers and our farmers are skilled enough where we can start managing a slightly bigger stockpile. I wasn't expecting that freaking oh, holy 116 dwarves, huh? Yeah, that'll do it. And since he was the first dwarf to see combat, assigned tomb, let's find the brave. I know he's around here somewhere. Just in case he doesn't make it out through that hospital ordeal. Amos the brave. There is your tomb. May you never need it. Hell no. You get right back there and work on that. You move that rock. You don't wuss out. Don't work that way. And it's not like we have an inadequate farming crew. I mean, there's what, 6 of them sitting there, so I don't know how on earth we got that far behind on our booze production chain, but we've got 200 plump helmet seeds, so. And by the way, it will never do you any good to have more than 200 farm squares for a particular crop because you're capped at 200 seeds. So keep that in mind. That is a ceiling that does exist. You might be able to spoof it if you plant all 200, harvest one, and then you get another set, but you're basically stuck at 200. That might be changeable in the config. I don't remember. This is 1.9, so yeah, this is the newest version. It's not the newest version of the Lazy New Pack. They're on Rev 3. This is Rev 1. Mostly updates to things like DF hack and things of that nature. But as far as Dwarf Fortress Core goes, yeah, this is the most recent one. Rock tables 14. Oh, crud. Alright, so again, we've got purple stuff all over, stinking up the place. More than likely, it is the result of some food that somebody had that they left rotting, so just run a clean, owned, and DF hack to kind of get that cleared up. Then somebody will pick it up and actually throw it in the trash. Otherwise, it sits there forbidden and owned by the person, and they never do anything with it, so. Okay. We are almost done filling up this first level. Then time for the whole second level. I do find that kind of relaxing. It's like watching a disc defragmenter. Younger kids don't remember the old days when you actually had to sit there and defrag your hard drive frequently. But it was kind of fun to actually just watch all the blocks go. You can still get that with Ultra Defrag. Although a lot of people have solid state drives nowadays, but that was kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a weird zen thing watching a defrag go. Another fun thing to watch was when the first version of Stacker came out. A lot of you kids are probably too young to remember that. That was one of the first disk compression programs. Stacker Corp, I think got bought by, it ended up in Microsoft's hand. That's the actual compression that's used, runtime compression on hard drives. Nowadays, although I'm sure it's come a long way since the old days, but you actually used to sit there and watch and go block by block, and you could see it shifting everything around and compressing everything, and then you have to defrag after it. Oh yeah, it's my first computer was 3D6 DX3. I had an 80 meg tape drive. I ran a bulletin board, which is where my name came from, so back when I had my own small bulletin board for running Legend of the Red Dragon and Usurper, a couple other door programs. I also ran a VGA Planets and Trade Wars, and I co-sysopt for a larger, like a 12-line bulletin board in Minnesota, and I was responsible for scheduling the tape rotations. That was during the ANSI wars between ICE, Tribe, and Acid. And I would write, people would make requests, and I couldn't do anything about it because it wasn't on the schedule. So I'd be like, dude, I don't give a rat's ass. I just don't. I don't give a rat's ass, dude. I had to type it so often at the bottom of the reply that I just started abbreviating it. Abbreviating I don't give a rat's ass, dude turned into IDGARAD. And new people that came on thought that was me signing my email, so hence I got the name Ingrad. But yeah, those were the days. Math coprocessor sockets. Oh yeah. That was funny as hell back then. Alright, what did we finish? Crutches, good. Our hospital's becoming viable. And he's in the traction table. The doctor's tending to him. Small victories. Oh yeah. Yeah, I wasted a lot of time on Trade Wars. More on Lord though. Legend of the Red Dragon I wasted a lot of time on. They have a web version of it now called Legend of the Green Dragon. that's online. I played that for a while. Yeah, the wife put a quick stop to that. She's like, "You're not gonna get hooked on that again. You've survived one war. You don't need to survive another one." Yeah. This is probably why I play EVE online. It reminds me of Trade Wars. Let's see, can I get my last grade in? No. Of course not. People still hauling wood, I'm sure. Let's do something here to help with our wood problem. PW. Let's get a couple temporary stockpiles stashed around. Just so they can get that inside. Because I have a feeling a siege is coming. You know, it's just a matter of time with all these refugees coming in. And those refugees, I think that was only about 6 or 8 months. So if we stop and think about, again, we can't really see for certain, but if we assume that armies move as fast as refugees, once those armies figure out where the refugees went, I'm guessing 6 months from now, we're going to be looking at a siege. May happen, may not. Who knows what Toady does in the background. Nah, spreadsheets in space is probably more accurate. It would be the wife. I'm going to take this real quick, and I'll let Dwarf Fortress do its thing. I'll be right back, guys. Hi, dear. I'm in the middle of streaming. What's up? Yes. Burger, fries, and chocolate shake. Okay. I'll eat. Bye. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was extremely important to take. Sorry to interrupt, but apparently she's stopping off at Culver's for some food. So I'm getting a cheeseburger, some fries, and a chocolate shake. Yeah! Cabbage patch, cabbage patch, cabbage patch. So I don't have to cook. Oh, yes. Well, I can't cook anyways because I got everything loaded in the dishwasher before I started the stream. So that kid is still going. Remember, what was it now? 8 days prior, one kid went berserk. I'm gonna, in a strange mood, he's turned fey. He's still hauling crap. Building whatever he's building. So by the time he's done, I'm guessing it's going to be like Megatron. Some giant transformer or some crap. We are up to 80 drink. We dodged a bullet on that one. And although we now have 6 people at average happiness. We were at 4. That's in the lower right of your screen there. So we went from 6 to 4. So we got 2 grumpy people, and I'm pretty sure the mayor is one of them. We really need to get some chairs going here. Test boxes are moving along. Let's get a few more of those deployed. Shift N. Alrighty, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. More eggs, please. Nice. Nice, nice, and nice. How's our floodwaters doing? Man, we only had about 2. Depth 02. But plenty of wood now. So our charcoal job should be rolling along just fine. Quit suspending my farm job. Senile little bastards. Alrighty. Farmers are busy doing their thing. All hail the farmer. Alrighty, now I gotta remember the job for getting pigtails into thread. I think it's a looming job. I think that's the processed plants to bag. Let us check a wiki. That is the most Minnesotan thing you've said all night. Yes. I've worked for a couple multinational corporations, and the one thing they say about people from Minnesota, we're one of the most heavily recruited states for news broadcasters. And the reason is the upper Midwest has a very generic English accent for American. But there's three things that we do that if people are into language can ID us pretty quick. It's almost exclusively a Minnesota and Wisconsin thing. Is in general conversation, like if you're going to go to a party, we would go to somebody, we'd say, "Are you coming with?" And if you're outside of the United States especially, they kind of give you a blank stare, like, "With what?" We don't say, it's, "You coming with?" And they're like, "What am I coming with?" No, you're coming with. Our O's, the way we say, the word that they use most frequently is cow. I'm an anomaly. I tend to say soda versus pop. A lot of people say pop versus soda. But the key is when we actually say the word Minnesota. If you're from the upper Midwest, the end of it's basically SOTA, but we pronounce it like the word soda, like soda pop. So we're easy to pick out of a crowd if you have them say the word Minnesota, because we have a hard D at the end, where people from outside the United States tend to have more of a T sound to it. And it's hard for me to say, but it comes off more Minnesota versus Minnesota. So, and there's what is it called, a diphthong or something like that? Not a linguist, so I don't remember the whole structure of that, but we're easy to find apparently. It's terrible. Which is tragic, because my whole anti-terrorist plot was to pose that I was Canadian by just throwing a lot of A's and Z's, but unfortunately, the moment that they'd find me out instantly, it'd be like, "Would you like a soda pop?" "Yeah, sure, I'll take a soda." "Aha! You are not Canadian. You are from the upper Midwest of the United States. Where are you from? Shakopee? Plymouth?" Technically I hailed from Oakdale, but that's pretty good. Yeah, I'd never be able to pass off. No way. Although apparently the English accent that's most associated with around Bath, I guess, is pretty easy for Midwesterners to pick up. I don't know which one of the British accents that is. I'm trying to remember all. There's 25 of them. When I was in school, we had a quiz on how many different accents were in England, Wales, Scotland, and Ireland, Greater Britain, basically. And I want to say the answer to the quiz was 25. Never could figure that out. I fly an Eve with a lot of Brits, although they hate being called Brits, but I mean, there's 3 Irish guys in there, and there's a couple Welsh guys, and there's 4 from, Notting Hill, which is the old Nottingham Forest, and there's 1 guy from Bath, and 1 guy from North London, and like 6 guys from Cardiff. And the only thing I ever remember about Cardiff is they film a lot of Doctor Who there. And from everybody I talked to, it's like pretty much like East St. Paul. It's England's version of East St. Paul. So if you're in Minnesota and you've been to East St. Paul, I guess that's Cardiff. My favorite joke from a Russian guy, though, is that I like Minnesota because it reminds me of Siberia. You could kidnap someone from Minnesota, drop them in the middle of Siberia, and they would have no idea they're out of the state. Who's attacking and why? Oh my God, our hunters are hunting finally. As is my tailor. I'm just going to run with it. If the tailor's going to hunt, I ain't going to argue. What is going on with the FPS? Well, I can explain that in one simple scene. 3 things are happening. 1, the water is flowing. So if we come down here, all these updates are still happening in the background. All these little 2s to 3s, and they're all moving around. And once we fill this up completely and it's all 7s, that will fix a little bit of that. 2, we are leaking birds. You'll notice we're getting more and more birds seeping out of our bird cage, basically, our chicken coop more or less. But and what's happening now is they're trying to path back into a nest or back out. They're trying to go to a meeting area. Rather, when they're in this room, the way Toady coded pathing, they're basically broken up into like 15, 20 by 20 chunks. So it will path to chunk to chunk to chunk. So in this little chicken coop, there's only 2 blocks to check. Those supersized pathing blocks. So it's relatively low when you keep them locked in a room. But every bird that escapes, it's a freaking nightmare. And there's really nothing I can do about that. I could try to assign them all to a pasture, but the moment the chicks hatch, none of them are in the pasture. So then you got to go back in and check everybody off, and it's pretty much a disaster. But the biggest thing that's killing us right now is the water. So not much we can do about that. If you're at home playing and you want to try to... Holy crap, you actually started it. Whatever that is, kid, it better be freaking epic, because you just spent... You started that on the 6th? So, 16, what, 12 days of gathering resources for that? It better be like a artifact door with an image of an image of an image of an image of an image. I mean, holy cow, 12 days to gather materials is ridiculous. No, but if you are at home and you want to speed up filling your cistern, you can use the fluid command to dump water automatically in there just to speed that up. And if I remember right, you just get a cursor, like let's say a dig command, and I think you come over here and it's, what is it, fluids? If I could spell right. Fluids? No, it was. What was that command? It is, well, let me find it here for you guys. Super Dwarf. Regrass? No. Rendermax? No. What the hell was that command called? Liquids? Could have sworn it was liquids. Where is it here, man? It's a scroll bar. Here we are. Fluid? I could have sworn it was fluids. No, yeah, it's liquids. So liquids, and if I remember right here to do it, it is W for water, and we want, what is it here? Set liquid amount 7, and we'll go B for block. Oh, we can do flood, I suppose, but okay, let's just do block. Alright, and then we can hit enter, I think. And you'll notice on the screen we have a big chunk of 7 depth water. Then you can unpause it, and it will, you know, flow like it's supposed to. But you can do that a couple times to speed up filling a cistern once you've got the water tap if your frame rate is falling apart to all hell. So, yeah, I try to, but once we get the butchering process started, we're going to be... Ooh, did you just say there's auto-pasturing now? Well, isn't that special? Oops. Let's see here. I'll have to do some research on that. That would come in awfully handy. That's finally built. Let's get just a few more. We'll cycle through a few of these here, though. We could use some wheat, more wheat. And what's there? Put all that to work. So yeah, that is one thing you can do to kind of speed things along, is you can use that flood fill, and it's really easy to use multiple times once you've used it. Just hit enter again. There's your 7 again. So if you want to try to salvage your frame rate, you just keep doing that a half dozen times and you're okay. Hit it again. I mean, because otherwise you're just waiting an indefinite amount of time. So by doing that a couple times, you'll get your frame rate stabilized here. Just let it flow for a minute. Hit it again. You can also do that if you're newer and you don't want to have to deal with the mechanics of tapping a river. If you just want to get a small well started, for instance, you can use that liquids command to just populate your water supply that way. It works just as well. So we'll get one more in here and that ought to do it. There. And then the system will finish that out. Once all that water is done and it's stabilized at 7, our frame rate should improve pretty quick because we're not recalculating depths every frame, more or less. Ooh, what did we finish? Splints are done. Awesome. So our hospital is pretty good shape now. A willow figurine of Billaloo Seed Faint. Well, that's totally and completely useless. Settings. Let's make sure we have figurines in here. Yep, we got figurines and artifacts. So yeah. So hopefully that figurine ends up in our little artifact pile. Great. Oh, I feel so much better now. So much better now once that grate gets installed. And if we check our area here, this should be fishable now. Water and fishing. So our great dining hall has a place where not only can you chill and eat, but you can just kick back, drop your fishing rod in, and not have to worry about, you know, alligators outside getting to you. So, our fortress is starting to look pretty darn snazzy. Have we started on any of our chains? Obviously, because we have traction benches. We're getting there. We are still kind of log jammed on gems, but that's because everybody's hauling in wood. Settings manager, you body swap, torque mod stats. GUI stats, command prompt, need a professional stack show. So shift control Z, got it. Control Z. If that would work, I would be impressed, but it doesn't. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. We have hunters and they're doing their job. Okay, we've also dug out our patrol by our front door. We're going to add a point. Shift N. Come down here. We're going to place, name. We're going to call it front door, Pat 1. We're going to go back to our routes. And we're going to just, because we're already here, we can go add waypoint. There. Just added that to our waypoint now. And since going outside won't help them path to that, they'll path against that front wall there again. And we're good to go. I'm seeing a small technical problem though, which we can correct. They would get hit by rocks. If we're shooting here, they would most likely get hit. So we'll channel that out so that when they walk through there, they go down and then up. But it's wrap up time. I just heard Culver's coming into the garage. I'm going to go eat like a pig, and I will see you guys probably tomorrow. Thank you for stopping by. Again, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You know the drill. I'm not going to grind it into your head. And rock on, guys. Always glad having you. Later. Ooh, that smells good and I can already smell it. Later, gang.